गुरु गोविंद दाऊ खड़े, काके लागू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपने, गोविंद दियो मिलाए। Our culture, since its origin, guided us for divinity in education, which demands respect, dignity, discipline, and performance. In our primitive culture of Guru and Shishya, the relation was pious, where all the students from different backgrounds, that is, from the sons and daughters of kings to peasants, studied in the same Gurukul and gained enlightenment. There were customs and rules to be followed by all. Our rich mythology provides us with enough examples. Today's civilization has also paved the way for a sacred relation between a teacher and a student, imbibing culture, ethics, limitless knowledge, concept building, and overall development. This relationship has a message which unfolds into a desire where excellence and performance holds the key for the student's future. Excellence on the teacher's part and performance on the student's part. Hence, the parents also foster this relationship. This goes without saying that it's the school and its systems that eventually shape up a student's future. Teachers, or rather the teaching fraternity as a whole, are respected not because of the position they are in, but by the way they intend to guide and educate the students, with the ultimate goal to make the learning process be smooth, simple, and mature enough to handle all the complexities of life ahead. They not only make the students endure, but by their diligence, they innovate ways to make this learning get absorbed in its easiest way. With the eventful passage of time, there has been a deliberate change in the role the students are currently pursuing, which is often governed by self-interest, where the interest is directed towards the attainment of pre-decided goals, giving a non-ending desire to excel with a sense of ambition, clouding their generic behavior. This ambition holds the key for all possible directions which the students secure for themselves. Studies, extracurricular activities, peer group, affinity towards Western culture, and finally, the way of life they live or intend to live. In the current scenario, the relationship between students and teachers are governed by the dominating forces which moves as well as retards the progress of this association. Respect, command, desire, discipline, dedication, and balanced mind. All these factors expresses the belief that if and when these dominant factors come into play, the assurance of either a performance and a non-performance can be judged by the way of logical expression. The inhibiting culture gives a precarious picture of the future that the generation holds by the way of their needs and deeds. There has been a significant fall in the values and ethics of the students. The indigenous culture often gets overlooked. This generation lacks the discipline of self-approach, leading to the decline in the understanding of being respectful towards the society as a whole. The cyclical nature of the problem finally boils down to the parents, who, having no alternative to address the concerns surrounding their children, gives up their quest to align their children to the right path which they should choose. The question arises, why has there been such behavior developing among the students that is totally opposite to what the Gurukul culture meant to offer? The answer lies in a challenge which governs the gap between the school system and the administered students. Parents argue, inquire, deconstruct the school system in their bid to satisfy the view they hold. A view which has its origin deep-rooted on the basic assumption that whatever wrong is happening with their children is the result of this schooling system, overlooking the fact that it's the students who needs to be governed and not the schooling system. This parental behavior has turned from bad to worst in the present scenario, making a general notion about the schooling system. Rather than administering the corrective action for their ward, they try to protect them from their own ills. These carried forward ills later ignite into news-making headlines when these same parents protest expressing anguish. Where does this all lead to? It takes the shape of a self-desire overpowering their self-belief, initiating behavioral problems leading to depression, frustration, and even cases of suicides. As the grooming body in the name of schooling systems has been kept aside and overlooked by the same generation that are in the receiving end of the entire episode. The lingering fear. If the students are not governed by a body as disciplinary as a school, then how will the values and sense of culture be induced in the children? The threat, challenge, and its solution.